Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, and welcome back to Empyrion multiplayer. Craftworld server, I believe it's called. Um, these are a bunch of people just having a lot of fun, and I am alone on the server again. Yeah, so what happens when you leave me alone? By the way, I got more deaths than kills. That's not good, but I've been caught in a couple of death loops a few times, so that helps. I've explored around the entire planet. Oh, that's new. I've explored around the entire planet twice now. And I've gotten the stuff I need to bring in. Oh, that's not going to do me for long. There we go. Gotten the stuff I need to bring in a few things. First off, I managed to trade enough junk, basically pick up enough crap around the planet. Where the hell's the door? To equip myself with the basics. There we go. Sorry about that. Equip myself with some of the basics. As you can see, I have assault rifle, pistol, and now a sniper's gun, motorcycle. I've got a heater, and I bought myself some night vision goggles, and I made myself some armor. I actually had to make the armor twice because the first set I made seemed to have disappeared on crafting. And I have made the Explorer. This little hover vessel you may remember from a single player game quite a long time ago. I think this was one of my Iron Man games. It might have been, or practice for Iron Man, I think. You'll notice that the... Oh, right, I can't spawn the drone. You'll notice that the antenna sticks straight up. Yeah. When this was built, it had the radar dish for the sensor. So when they changed it to the antenna, of course, now you end up with this thing. And I haven't saved it since then. But basically what I'll do is I'll lift it up and then I'll move that underneath. But I need to get a multi-tool. And to get that, I'm going to have to find... Well, that's not going to last me long. I'm going to have to find a replacement. Money. That's it. Money. The brain is not working. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Okay, make more fuel. Actually... Make me a couple... I hate the way they laid this out. Fuel packs. Where are fuel packs? Oh, there they are. Strip those down. Make those second. There we go. Now make a whack of those. Yeah, four seconds of fuel isn't going to last me for long. Okay, 6 minutes of fuel, and that's without riding. Yeah, it's a little better. I have gotten up to level 9. One of the things I've been doing is hanging out here at nights. And you watch the turrets and they'll start to target stuff, and then you go out and you shoot it. That's a lot of fun. A lot of grinding. A lot of grinding. So I'm going to go chop down some trees and deal with some of that stuff to get some fuel going. And I need to get weapons on this thing. As it stands, the only weapon I have is the grinder, which, yeah, as we all know, is not the greatest. Let's turn on the night visions. Now you can see I've got red lines every which way, so no matter which way you go, I've got things to find and explore. Okay, and again, I'm still using the Xbox controller for moving. Now there was a ship to the north of us here. Now I should stop getting murdered by every bloody thing at night. I understand there was a large combat on this area before. And I'm going to say that that ship doesn't look like it is sitting in the position that it was originally intended to be sitting in. Alt. Anything around me that I need to worry about? Not yet. Set the parking brake so we don't go too crazy. It does have some miniguns on it still. One anyway. It's shot up pretty good. Thruster components. Oh, I see what you've got going on there. A weapons grid through shutter blocks. I didn't think they would do that. Yeah. Interesting tactic. Oh, damn it. Out of drone. Thank you. Wonder if I can access this ship. Nope. Okay, so I'd still have to find the core of this ship to take it apart. Interesting. So anyhow, I'm going to do this for a little while. Just wanted to touch and show you where we're at and how things are going. I'm probably going to grind for a little while longer and see if I can get some basics together, and then I'll pick it up when I'm ready to move on to the next thing. Of course, I'm not going to hit level 25 anytime soon, so I'm need to do is get myself in a position where I can go mine a little bit of gold and see if I can get one of the NP, what do you call them? The PVE faction guys to spawn in a base ship for me. I was thinking just bring in the Bit and Biscuit. Because it's cheap and it's fast, and it's already set to vanilla. And it'd be very easy to work with that for a while. So I'll get back to grinding and I'll talk to you all later, kids. Okay, kids, we're back. It's actually been almost a full day or so. I had some real life stuff show up and took a whole bunch of my time. And I'm back on the game again. I have ran around the world. I mined a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm up to level 13 now. I mined a bunch of stuff over here. Got some gold mined up and whatnot, and I've got a large resource deposit left. This is a great place to go hunting golems over here, which is awesome for me. And I've got a giant wasp at my house. Are you kidding? So I've been grinding golems and mining a deposit. Totally mined out a complete deposit of gold. And now I'm settling into a location that I'm going to start a new little base at here. It's just coming up to sunset, so I'm going to have to go with the lights on. But I've placed the good old survival constructor, and I've got it cranking out on some, already cranking out some concrete and whatnot. And I placed the base core, and I called it, oh, there we go, right button. I called it Tim Hortons. Yes, as some of you may or may not know, I am from Canada, and that's the local coffee slop house there. Now this is basically the only reason I'm building this is I have gold to process. I have a lot of gold to process from mining that out. And I've got a large constructor, a couple of solar panels, and a solar capacitor to make my gold with. Now, of course, as you know, whenever you place a solar capacitor, the first thing that happens is drones show up. So, to avoid that, I've bunkered in a little bit. I've just basically literally drilled into the side of a hill, bunkered in, and give myself a flat location to work from. I don't have, as you can see on this, I have no weapon turrets on the top. I did take a couple of shots cruising around on the planet, and they actually damaged one block. I'm going to have to replace that here as well. But yeah, so that's how we are doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause for a bit, and I'm going to build for a bit. I'll bring it back after I have built up the old Tim Hortons a little bit, and that should be about it. Now, of course, you know, no matter what base I build, I'm going to have somebody come and be interested in attacking it. So yeah, and I don't know if I have made a color tool yet, which I don't think I have. But I have unlocked them. Okay, so I can build a color and texture tool, which I probably will once I place this large constructor. So yeah, I'll pick it up after I've got a few things put down, and we'll see where we're at. So don't go away, kids. We'll be back again shortly. Okay, kids, we're back. And yes, I did realize that I had misspelt the name. So your comments that you're about to type in are probably a little bit, a little ahead of the game. So here's what we've got going on. I've got a big under construction sign and a couple of solar generators and the start of a gantry crane. That's about it. Put a fence around it. The whole base probably isn't going to be much more detailed than this. I might fill up the crane and put in a job shack and leave it basically sitting like this. So it's going to be basically, here's my base. It's actually just a construction zone. Yes, that's the kind of humor I have. And yeah, I'm just cooking up the gold into bars, and then tomorrow or sometime shortly I will be buying my first capital vessel. So probably the next episode, this is probably going to be 3 or 4 days from recording to publishing, but my next episode will probably be me getting my capital vessel and actually doing something more than just digging some gold and having a little bit of fun doing a simple base here to smelt said gold. And that's basically all I'm ever going to use this base for. I'll come in, I'll smelt some gold. There's a food processor hidden back here so that I can process food and store food. But other than that, yeah, it's just a solar array, and there's a small or a medium constructor, whatever it's called, the regular size constructor going. I'll probably fix up this crane a little bit, and like I said, put in a small job shack. It's just going to be a little trailer or something, and I'll have like a cargo box or something in it, and that's going to be it. And then maybe if I really feel energetic later down the road, I'll come back and I'll actually build the rest of the Tim Hortons in here, and I'll build like a really nice seaside Tim Hortons overlooking the bay kind of thing. I'll do like a deck come off the side over these cliffs. But yeah, there we have it. That's what we have going on. So I'll see you all in the next episode, and good night for now.